I'm in a cornfield here. I'm going to do something I don't usually do. I'm going to sneak a peek here. Like I said in my trying for 200 bushels video, I do not like opening the corn. I don't really check, I don't count, I don't try to estimate yields, but I just was sneaking a peek here. I don't know if you can see it, it's starting to dent. So I don't know how far along we're going to be. Here's more evidence of the denitrification. I'm down in the bottom land here. Everything is like lime green at this phase of the year, but we've had over 50 inches of rain since January, so a lot of disease here. You can see some different leaf diseases, or some stalk diseases. Some places the corn is like almost like a fungus instead of corn, but it's not. The grain itself isn't terrible. So I don't do anything with fungicides, but just taking a look here, seeing what's going on. I was going to open this thing, but I'll let that one. That one looks like a good one. So, all right, just a quick update there. The corn is starting to dent. There is grain there, so at least I know that anyway. So now we move on to the PA Farms swamp update. This wet hole here in the field has kind of become the mascot here of the farm, if you want to call it that. This may have been a fail on my part. I might have seeded this a little bit too thick, and they're a little too thin. That little spinner hand seeder that I had walked around and spread, and then we drug it around with a chain drag. Yeah, when you're looking across it, it looks pretty thick. If you look straight down, there it's thick. So I don't know. This ground, it's high in nutrients, so the only thing that might mess this up is having too many of them here and too close together. But at least it's seeded, it's kind of covered. It's like I say, it's thin there. I ran out of seed. I had to spread it a lot thinner. You can kind of see where I walked. There was a trip. There was a trip. Then I came around here and then tried to cut back through there and didn't quite make it. But I still might throw some rye in this yet. Who knows? I have to see, but it is planted. There's a good chance it's going to be underwater again. They had Hurricane Florence, I guess. They're already having alerts and notifications that we could get another foot of rain or more. So I don't know what to make of that yet. It's a little bit too far away for that. It is raining today, and tomorrow is 100% chance of rain again, and also the next 6-7 days more rain. So this is just the non-stop. The cold front did come. It is about 59 degrees right now, Saturday afternoon. I got the sweatshirt on, so it is a lot cooler than it was. So I don't know, we'll have to see. This may have gotten a little out of hand with the seed spreader, but like I said, looking across, it looks thick. If you look down, we'll see what it does. Either way, there's something green here growing, and we'll see what kind of organic matter we can make out of this. So, all right, you guys convinced me. Just for YouTube, I wouldn't normally do this. I try not to do this because it's just going to bother me if I estimate yield. I'm not going to estimate yield too much here. This is a cob I picked. It's 16 a round, which is all right, I guess, and then it's 43 long, so it's a very long cob of corn. Let me snap it in half and see what we got going on inside here. You can see it's starting to dent at the growth stage that it's at. Still a lot of kernels on here that are soft yet and mushy, but we do have some denting going on here. So like I say, this one is 16 around by 43 long. So let me break it in half here and see what we got. All right, so here we got the center. It looks like a fairly I guess the stalk is, or the cob part of it is about average size, I'd guess. But yeah, there's a lot of kernels on here. You can see the milk line there. So we got a ways to go yet. We're nowhere near this. I can almost with my hand I can almost squeeze this. This corn is 105 day and it was planted fairly late, so we do have a way to go yet. So now I picked a cob. Now I'm cursed. I was superstitious. I never did this, or I don't try not to do this. I have done it in the past, mainly for checking the moisture. When I had my own combine, I had my own grain moisture tester, and I wanted to make sure, being that I was combining crops on my schedule. Yes, I did used to do my own planting and harvesting. I know I had some guys that give me trouble for that, but I used to do it, and I used to go out and get pick some cobs and then run them through my moisture tester just to see where I'm at. So yeah, that was my Massey 750 combine with the 6-row head that I used to actually do my own harvesting, and I didn't have any trucks at the time. I had to wait till my neighbor was available, and even though I did have a grain truck, but it wasn't really something you're going to load down and go. There's too many mountains here for a 1978 truck to go over mountains loaded, and I didn't have a lot of faith in it, so he had offered, and I just accepted his offer to help. So yeah, that's what we got going on. So this is, like I say, this is very wet yet, so more rain in the forecast. You guys are probably so sick of hearing me talk about rain, but it is a significant thing this year. It's not, I'm not just blowing smoke about the rainfall. It is different than many years past. I did go back through and look at the previous year's rainfall all the way back to like 2006, and this year is unlike any year. So at least in more recent history. So all right, guys, I guess I'll leave you there. One other update, maybe you'll notice the fiber shank is getting redder and redder. I am working at this as I have time. If I would just take a half a day and work at it, I could get it done, but it's just like 2-3 hours here. You guys know I have other things going on besides the farm. The farm isn't my only endeavor here, or my only responsibility. So if I have like 2-3 hours, I paint some more of it, and it's getting there. There are still some spots, I'm looking at them now, that need to be painted. But it's when I put it away this winter, I want it to be real nice. I gotta make a bracket for the back for the SMV sign. I do want to put one of those on, because this does travel over to my dad's from time to time. So we'll do that. I want to pull the wheels off and paint the wheels, the rims white. Also, the valve stems on these, anybody who might know this, if you own one of these, or if you own a 55 International chisel plow, the valve stems on these, I guess they're on the other side, they get ripped off very easily in the dirt, just because the wheels are kind of down. You can lift the wheels up higher than the ground, but what happens if it's all the way down? But what happens is it creeps down. Anyway, dirt and rocks here, mainly rocks that we have here. They kind of ball up, and then they end up ripping the valve stem off. So what we do here, a lot of guys have done, you take a piece of pipe and you weld it over the valve stem to keep it from ripping off. Probably for as much as I use this, it wouldn't be necessary, but if something were to happen, or if I decide to do a little tillage in the future, I want to have it pretty well ready to go. So that's about where we're at. Like I say, it's Saturday afternoon here, well, Saturday late evening. Sun's gonna be going down soon, sunshine. So just kind of scouting some corn, trying to see what's going on, doing some figuring for next year. As far as the lime is the main thing. I'm working on getting some lime here for next year again. So all right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.